This is Donnie Lewis for Rat Rods, 2 Lanes, and Neon, and we are heading out. It is awfully early in the morning, way before 5. We got Frankenstein out. My wife cleaned it for me yesterday and got him all ready, and I've serviced it out this week. So we're going to head out on a little road trip, all 31W, all the way through Kentucky to Nashville. It's going to be a lot of stuff to see, so we're off. We've made it down on 31W, just almost West Point, Kentucky, and you've seen this old drive-in root beer stand. You can see the thing there. It looks like an old Frosty top mug, frost hanging off of it. Pretty neat. I think they were actually called Frost Top, is what the chain was called to them. But it's abandoned now. It's neat though. The old drive-in place, you pull in, they'd come out. The old Frosty Top. And we're heading down 31W. On down the road here from the Frosty Top, abandoned Frosty Top stand, is Al's Bait and Beer Depot. This place has been around, I don't know, back in, what do you say, he bought it in the 70s?
He bought it in 74.
It's been around, yeah, he bought it in 74. Who knows how old it is? But it's the liquor store. Started in the 40s, and there used to be gas pumps right there. See the old gas pump style light? Used to be gas pumps on that concrete pillar. And you got your little liquor store there. And the neon is amazing on that. We're back off on 31W. A little further south is Ohio Valley Dragway. Used to be my home away from home. Then they opened up a track closer. And it's not even 7 o'clock, and you can look at the pits and all down through there. They're having the huge, some kind of huge event. It's an NHRA sanctioned track. There's been really big names here. If you're into any kind of outlaw street racing or NHRA type racing, if you do a little research on Ohio Valley, you'll see there's been big names racing at this track. I've seen Hector Arana down here, Hector Arana Jr. on the Pro Stock bike, Billy Glidden, Bob Glidden in Pro Stock, NMRA stuff. A lot of big names have come through here to test and come down here and run these events. Neat little track, lots of history. And we're back to 31W. Here's an amazing old iron train bridge, and you can probably hear just to the right, through the trees, there's the bridge for 31W. You can see it real easy from the road, but it's amazing. It's an old one, and they've kept it and kept it up. Right here on 31W, as soon as you get into West Point. Here in West Point, just down a few hundred feet from the old train bridge, you probably still see 31W right there, traffic. And the old train bridge will be to the left. It's this amazing old train car. Welcome to West Point. They've kept it and restored it. There it is, the famous Fort Knox. Hard to see in the sun. That's the one that was in the movie Goldfinger with James Bond, and where all of our gold is. Fort Knox, Kentucky, and that's Fort Knox Depository. We're rolling back on down 31W. We are just at the edge of E-Town. And here is the world's largest pocket knife. You can see it kind of in contrast to the car. It's amazing. It's even got the plaque on the bottom. Right there. World's largest pocket knife. The whole ride up. Get out and find this stuff. It is neat. Right at the edge of E-Town, north side of E-Town. We're in Elizabethtown at the old bowling alley, looks like. It's shut down. E-Town Lanes, old neon sign. There's a lot of neon left on top of it. Great sign. And yes, I've lost a moon disc wheel cover already off of Frankenstein, but hey, when you drive them and road trip them, that happens. This is south end of E-Town. It's called the State Theater. Super old walk-in. These things are disappearing, which is a shame. I remember going to walk-ins. We used to have one in my hometown. But the neon's still up there, and according to what I read on the interweb, it still works. Neat stuff. Neat stuff. We're having an amazing road trip. And right across from the State Theater here, it's an amazing collection of huge basketballs. I don't know what's up with that. It looks like an old church or a mission. Beautiful building. But it's a whole collection of these huge basketballs. Another roadside oddity. Get out and find this stuff. Check her out. We're in Bonneville, Kentucky. I came across this great little old hotel. This has been a little sleeper room hotel. People traveling old 31W in the day. Felt that great remainder of that neon sign. I love that stuff. Glad it's still there, whatever's left of it. We're going to get out and find some more stuff. We're still in Bonneville, and this is the old Bonn Theater, the walk-in theater. The marquee is there, but man, it's suffering. I don't see one piece of neon tube left on it. But it is a neat place. A subway tile, there was been your doors, then was probably either them squares there were probably for your posters advertised. You'd walk in, buy your little ticket, and go to your walk-in. This place is neat. Bonneville, Kentucky, the old Bonn Theater. Frankenstein's over there, and we are rolling large again. We're at Kentucky Stonehenge. Look this place up, it's amazing. It's like a quarter the size of the real one. This gentleman has reconstructed it here. This is probably my favorite thing I wanted to find on this road trip right here. Said it's like a third or a quarter the size or something. And it's actually called Kentucky Stonehenge. This stuff is amazing. We're going to check her out a little more in depth. Kentucky Stonehenge. Look it up. Come over and find this. We're just south of Bonneville right now in Mumfordville, I think. Where are we at? Mumfordville? Is it? Okay. Yeah, we're in Mumfordville now. I forget where we're at. We've been so many places. This is on the old part of 31W. Still 31W, it's just the old part. The other one's moved kind of behind me a little bit. A little straighter when they redid the road. Still 31W. This is called Bell's Tavern. Very historic place. Erected by William Bell in 1830. Stagecoaches will stop here, bringing visitors to Mammoth Cave back and forth. the elite from Europe, they said, would come here, have a little peach honey brandy. Unfortunately, it burned down, but they wanted to keep the good bones of it. Still see the window intact in the back. It was a tavern. Rumor has it may have been a brothel to service customers. But it's neat. Built in 1830. And it's right here on old 31W. And they've preserved it. It's fenced off. They're actually mowing the day and cleaning up around to take care of it. Really neat. I'm glad they're preserving this history. Get out and find this stuff. Here's the southern side. They've tried to shore up that wall, some timbers right there. So they're trying to really preserve it. Looked like it had a full basement too at one time. It's I can imagine the fireplace looks like there in the corner maybe with the fireplace. Amazing. I know I've been here once before in a previous video, but it's just too cool, and it's right on historic US 31, the Wigwam Motels. It don't get no more Americana than this. Little half moon, a bunch of little wigwam teepees. Sleep in a wigwam. This is Wigwam Village number 2. Too neat not to stop. I love that neon. So I've been here and did a video a couple, 3-4 years ago. Had to stop because we're doing a 31W thing, so it's part of that. It's just too neat not to see. Frankenstein's doing pretty good. Probably getting 14 miles a gallon a day, so I'm driving real easy. But the Wigwam Motels. Sleep in a wigwam. How cool is that? This is called Horseshoe Camp. You can see the neon. It's got an old piece of it left, like a horseshoe around the word camp. Horseshoe Camp Modern Cottages. You could stay here on your hunting trips, fishing trips, traveling here on old 31W. We're almost into Bowling Green. I think that's Bowling Green over there. It looks pretty populated. I think I've come far enough. But this is really neat. This would have been your little sleep rooms in the 30s and 40s, people traveling. Don't know much about it. I do know the sign is amazing. It looks like it burnt. I would say I don't think they're going to try to save it, but I don't know. It's amazing. They would drench your rooms and be on your way the next day. Wow, there's nothing left. Part of an old shelf over there, caved in. They're back there working, clearing brush from it now. Love the stone. People that done this were artisans in the day and took pride in their work. Things lasted. But it's called the Horseshoe Camp. And it's still here. It's just north of Bowling Green on old 31W. It's pretty amazing. Got the old fireplace still standing. Yeah, they're clearing brush from it. Hope they're going to save it, should I ask him. Back of the sign. The other side's way better. Frankenstein's right at home out here on old 31W traveling. And we're off. This is Fountain Square Park. There's the fountain. And right across from it, this is just off of 31W, the old Capitol Theater, the walk-in. Amazing old place. It's beautiful. The neon looks like it still works. And right beside it is Morris Diamonds. And it's all in neon. It's a jewelry store. So this is just off of 31W, Fountain Square Park. Beautiful architecture and fountain here. So we're off to find whatever else we can find. And this is the infamous fork in the middle of the road. 30-foot tall stainless steel fork in the fork of the road. It don't get more roadside America than that. I'm not even for sure where I'm at. I'm somewhere south, 25 miles south of Bowling Green. And out in the middle of the country. Have to do a low water crossing through a bridge. It's out here nowhere, but it's definitely worth the trip. Definitely worth the trip. It's neat. Fork in the middle of the road. Look it up. Just outside of Bowling Green, Kentucky.
Downtown Nashville.
Broadway.
Which way you going? You better wait. Yeah, here we are.
Well, we've made it to downtown Nashville. Came across the Korean Veterans Memorial Bridge. Old 31 comes in way over there somewhere. And we jumped on the Super Slab 65 to get across the bridge and get downtown. Saved us some time. But we're downtown. It is bustling. There's the AT&T building, or what they call the Batman building here. There's downtown and Broadway, and we are having a good time. This is the walking bridge. I'm not for sure if I'm correct on this, but this used to be the driving bridge before the Koreans Veterans Memorial Bridge was put in. I'm sure that wouldn't have been built like this for a walking bridge, so I'm not for sure, so correct me if I'm wrong, but this was the original passage, this bridge, into downtown, which came in really downtown, way too congested for that much traffic. But we're here, downtown. Frankenstein's parked over the side of the bridge there, behind the, what's it called, Acme, right there. Acme Feed Store, which is a great restaurant. But we're down here in downtown Nashville, and this is where we will end our trip to head north again. It's been an amazing trip. I'm going to do a bunch more still shots though. Slide those in. Get off the Super Slab, travel the back road. So until next time, this is Donnie Lewis, fresh off of 31W. Remember, drive 'em.